welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tishawn or Tish. I am a flight attendant for a U.S. carrier. Y'all know who I work for. I hope everyone is doing good, staying safe out there. Still wear y'all masks because COVID is still out there, okay? As you can tell by my title, I'll be doing flight attendant terminology. So basically, these are words that you may hear me say or phrases, or you may hear other flight attendants say it and you'll probably be like, what do you mean? Huh? You know, so I'm here to break it down for you so you can have a better understanding of what we're saying or what I'm saying. I should say though, some of these words we probably made them up ourselves. I've heard words I'm like, huh? Anyways, I'm just gonna give you guys a brief overview of what we mean when we say what we say, or what I mean when I say what I say. Other words, basically, you know, somewhat, just to make you have a better understanding. Okay, let's get into the video. So these words are not in any specific order. I just wrote them down as I remember them. Right now I have 29 words here, but they're pretty fast. Quick, something. So the first word is forward. It's the front of the plane. Forward galley. The forward lav. It's the front of the plane. Aft. It's the back of the plane. Aft lav. The aft. It's the back. I have them on my computer and my phone, so don't mind if you see me looking down, looking on my phone. I have turns. So turns, it's basically you get to be home somewhat. So a turn, I'm based in Orlando, and let's say tomorrow I have a turn. I'm gonna leave from Orlando, go to Miami, back to Orlando, or Orlando to LaGuardia, then LaGuardia back to Orlando. That's a turn. It's like my base to a city, the city back to my base, you know. Legs, they're flights. I have 3 legs, 3 flights. That's it. Per diem, it's basically time away from base. So this is another form of how we could make extra money. So whenever I'm on a 2-day or a 3-day or a 4-day trip, I'm still getting my hourly pay, plus I'm getting per diem pay because I'm away from my base. It's time away from your base. So you could have 32 hours away from base and they pay us at a certain rate plus our hourly pay. So yes, as a reserve flight attendant, when you see that per diem, trust me, it adds up, okay? Lavatory, bathroom, restroom, lav, you know what a lav is. Expedite, hurry up, expedite the boarding process, please. You know we don't want to have a delay, so we're gonna expedite the boarding process. Step into your rows, out of the aisles, to allow those customers behind you to make their way to their seat. Thank you. Purchase, yeah, you're gonna purchase these snacks and drinks on today's aircraft. We have them for purchase. Buy. Illuminate, turn on the seatbelt sign. You know, if it's illuminated, you cannot get up. It's not safe for you to get out of your seat, basically, that we're trying to tell you. It's best if you stay seated with your seatbelt fastened. Thank you. Stow, put away your carry-on items, put away your personal belongings, just put them up under the seat in front of you. Stow your items up in overhead bins. Stow, it means to put away. Congregate, please do not congregate in these aisles. Please don't congregate, gather. No 6, 5, 7 people waiting on one lavatory. No, we have 3 or 2 in the back, 1 in the front. Don't congregate, okay? Compliance, rules, comply. Please comply, especially the time that we're in with the mask. I have to wear it, so do you. Comply. Divert, change of destination. So we may say, okay, I'm leaving from Orlando and we're about to head to Miami, but we probably have to divert to, I don't know, another city or something. Emergency or something could happen, you know, we just have to divert. So you're not going to the origin destination. Deadhead. So I know deadhead sounds scary, but it's not at all. Deadhead is basically You're still getting paid, but you're not working the flight. You could dress in your uniform if you want to. You don't have to, but if you decide not to dress in your uniform, you do have to dress business professional. That's what deadhead. I'm deadheading tomorrow. I'm working the leg today, but I'm deadheading tomorrow. I'm working the leg to Orlando, but I'm deadheading to Philly tomorrow to work that leg back. That makes sense? Y'all will get it. Trust me, you will. Ground time, you're just waiting for the next flight. It's just time in between. You're just waiting for your next flight. So I could say I left Orlando, I worked the flight to Philly, I came back to Orlando. I do have some ground time before my next flight from Orlando to Wisconsin. You know, just some ground time in between your flights. Red eye. So basically a red eye is like flights after midnight. That's how I word it. Any late flight after midnight, you get back in some early hours of morning. And if you have a delay, who knows what time you're gonna get back? Not a fan of them, no. Reserve, it's basically as needed on a call basis. Remember the reserve video I did, so you could be phone available or you're ready to reserve sitting couch at the airport. So yeah, that's what reserve is. A line holder, basically the difference between a reserve flight attendant and a line holder. A line holder knows their schedule, so they know where they're going, everything. Reserve, you don't know unless you aggressive bid. Unless you're aggressive bid, you know where you're going. Couch, it's ready reserved, you know, RSA, RSB, RSC, RSD. Couch, you sit at the airport. We also call it sit something. Ready reserve. Standby is basically having like a unconfirmed seat. So like us flight attendants, if you want, we do have something where we could get like a certain discount off our tickets if we want to get a confirmed seat, but most of us fly standby. And to be honest with you, ever since I've started flying, the standby gods have always been on my side. I've always been lucky to get on my flights that I list myself for to fly standby, especially since I commute. I've been lucky. So you're just waiting to be assigned a seat. Standby has its pros and its cons. And it just works out in my favor. Commute, you fly to your base. You don't live in base. Like I was saying earlier, I'm based in Orlando, but I commute from Georgia to Orlando. Maybe by the time y'all see this video, I don't know if I'm gonna get my approved for Atlanta. I don't know yet, but we'll know. So yeah. You bid for trips, like the aggressive bid. You're bidding for trips. You bid your schedule. You bid the days you want on, you bid the days you want off. Yeah. Pairing, it's the trip day, like the trips that you have, you know, a 1-day trip, 2-day trip, a 3-day trip. Those are your pairings, you know, the trip you have for the day. Non-rev, you didn't pay for a ticket, you book a fly and you fly standby. So your non-rev and the companies aren't really making money from it because you didn't pay for anything. So non-rev, I could say non-rev to, I don't know, Los Cabos or Cancun, I don't know, you know, those tropical places. I'm trying to go soon. Baby, one thing we're gonna do, okay, is catch a flight. Random. So if I should say I got random, is that, you know what, let me do KCM first. KCM is known as known crew member. KCM is where I go. So if I should go on a trip with, say, Damar or my dad or, you know, one of my friends or something, oh baby, I'm going through KCM. TSA and pre-check. But the thing is, KCM is where employers go. So we just have to show certain documents, you know, as a crew. So crew members go through KCM. So if you hear me say KCM, it's crew members. That's the line we take. It's that special line just for crew members. But if I go through KCM and I said I got random means I have to go through TSA. But the thing is though, Some airport, they do have specific lines for that, so you could cut. Well, I mean, I want to say cut. I don't want to really say cut, but you skip to get to the front because you're in uniform. They know you have somewhere to go. You gotta go. I gotta go. I got a flight to catch. I gotta go. So you go through random. It's just extra security checks that you have to go through. You got to put your bags up, go through the little thing and you check it and stuff like that. We do have limitations for certain stuff. It depends if you're in uniform or not in uniform. But I want to say they did change it though. So I don't think it really affects us like that if we're not in uniform, as in the 3-in-1 rule. You know, you have to, my computer's so rude. You can't, what am I trying to say? You can't have liquids for certain ounces and, you know, stuff like that. I think they changed it. I have to double check. But once you're in uniform, out of uniform, I'm gonna check on that. So yeah, KCM is for crew members. If I go through KCM and I said I got random, it's just extra security checks, basically how I see it. Aggressive bid, I think I briefly explained what aggressive bid was. Aggressive bid is, you know, if I'm on call for 4 days and let's say day 1, they didn't call me by 1 p.m. because, you know, I'm REA, I'm good for the next 3 days. I could go on our system thing that we have and then aggressive bid for a trip that's probably in open time for the 3 days, my next 3 days. That makes sense. I do need to upload my schedule so y'all could have an idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna do that many for right that though. So I could aggressive bid 4 days for a 3-day trip for the next 3 days I'm good for. Sometimes it could be I'm good for a 2-day or a 1-day. I could aggressive bid for that. And it just works out, you know, because sometimes you know where you're going with aggressive bid, and that's the perks of it. I like to aggressive bid at times, but sometimes they don't have as much trips that I'm good for, if that makes sense. You just got to keep checking it, keep checking it, keep checking it. So that's the end of our terminology video. I can't think of any other words. Honestly, I think these are the most common ones that we may use on a daily basis. I can't think of nothing else. That was 29 words. I think I did everything. If I think of nothing else, I'd probably just add it to the description box or do another part 2 terminology video, probably one shorter. But that's it, and I hope you guys have a better understanding of our video, not the video, of the terms that we may use. So next time, you know, I might see you on my flight or something, or you might go on somebody else's flight. I don't know, something, but you know what they mean if they say aft, the lav and the aft lav. The back bathroom basically. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys be safe out there and have a good time wherever you guys may get into. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay guys, so I had to edit the video, so I needed to add some more words to it. So basically I had 4 words, I think. Crew scheduling is basically the process of assigning crew members to the flights. We work with them, they tell us where you're going, you know, the days you're on call for, blah blah blah. It's all falls on their crew scheduling. And I want to say the second word here is galley. Galley is basically the flight attendant's kitchen, office, whatever you want to call it. It's our storage. We have galleys in both forward and aft of the aircraft. Open time, for me being a reserve, I look into open time for trips that I want to be assigned, like I aggressive bid for them. So aggressive bid falls with open time. Self-notified, so if I say I'm self-notifying, I'm calling crew scheduling and telling them I am aware of the trip that was placed on my schedule, so this way they won't have to call me some early or as I'm on in. So I self-notified. Turbulence, we all know turbulence is basically rough air. So for some reason I didn't remember to include these words, so I just added them last minute.